Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League Culture Lounge. All the best this year, 2020.
Alright, oh yeah! Fuck! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the reaction to the 2023 NRL All-Stars. The squad has been announced from the Maori All-Stars and the Indigenous All-Stars. The squads are out. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go through who's in the squads and who isn't in the squads. And we're going to also discuss possibly the best 17 that both teams can come up with the players that are available. But before I get into it, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to this YouTube channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers, so make sure you smash the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram at Nick from Australia. Link to my page is in the description box below. And if you are a regular viewer, thank you so much for once again tuning into the channel. Follow me on TikTok as well. The link to my TikTok is in the description box below. I can see my internet is a bit slow at the moment. The dodo bird is hanging around, so hopefully the dodo bird goes away. But I'm going to put up on the screen in just a moment for you guys the squads for the All-Star team. I'm going to be showing you guys who is in the squad and who isn't in the squad. There are a few players that I'm surprised about that didn't even get picked. Now, that could have been because of potential injuries. Coaches don't want to take a risk, but come on. It's the All-Star game. You want to represent your culture as well, so there's a lot to it. Hello to the live chat. We've got a bit of a crowd starting to build up here. Hello to SS Storm fan, Cody Games PlayStation, Josh Rabbitohs 2023, Jason Reader, CJ Moxley is here. Who else we got here? Oh, shit. We have got big rugby league YouTuber in the live chat. Ados the Great is in the live chat. Shout out to Ados the Great. He is a very, very high-class rugby league YouTuber. Some of the stuff he puts out is just out of this world. It is class, and it's something that you want to watch. I'm telling you, Ados the Great. If you haven't subscribed to him, guys, make sure you do. Check him out on YouTube. He's a fantastic, fantastic YouTuber and a friend of mine as well. Hello to Jeffrey all the way from New Zealand. Hello, Jaden Lambert. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. All right, so I'm going to give you my best 1 to 17 for the All-Star game in just a moment. But first things first, we're going to get the squads up on the screen for you guys in case you haven't seen it yet. I know a few people have been busy today and stuff because public holiday tomorrow and everyone's just been shopping and no one's been going anywhere. So, all right, here we go. Let's have a look at the squad. So the Maori All-Stars, we'll go through their squad first. Let me just close this. This is annoying me. All right, the Maori All-Stars. Well, they have got Jesse Arthurs, Dejan Assi, Nelson Asafa Solomona, Zach Docker-Clay, James Fisher-Harris, Corey Harawira-Naera, Morgan Harper, Royce Hunt, Joseph Manu, Zane Musgrove, Britton Nakora, Hayes Perham, Adam Pompey, Jordan Rapana, Jordan Ricky, Joseph Tarpany, Stafford Toa, Jared Roria-Hargraves, Dylan Walker, and Dallin Watene-Zalesniak. That is the Maori or the Maori All-Stars. There's a few ways you can pronounce it, but that's the squad of the Maori All-Stars. I think it's a very good squad. The first thing that comes to mind when I have a look at the Maori All-Stars squad is they don't have a lot of depth in the halves. They don't really have a genuine halfback, which is a bit of a concern. No Jerome Hughes, no Jerome Luai. I'm a little bit surprised about that, maybe because the clubs are taking precaution. I'm not too sure what the go is there, why they're not involved. I'd love to know the reason. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do with the halves. I've got a few options. I think Dejan Assi will probably be the halfback. Manu might play fullback. They might have to throw, I don't know who they're going to throw in the halves with 5'8". You can throw Dylan Walker there, maybe. I could probably throw, who else could I throw in there? Hayes Perham could maybe do the job. Docker Clay is a hooker from what I understand. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the halves and that. But overall, their forward pack is very strong. The back line's not too bad as well. A pretty good side for the Maori All-Stars. Pretty good squad. I'll tell you what, I'll give the Maori All-Stars squad a solid 7.5 out of 10. Now let's go to the Indigenous All-Stars squad. So they've got the Fox, Josh Adokar, Bailey Butler, who I believe is a forward, Selwyn Cobbo, Tyrell Fuimaano, Jermaine Hopgood, Nico Hines, the experienced Ryan James, Josh Kerr, Ezra Mem, Latrell Mitchell, Shaq Mitchell, Kieran Mosley, I hope I pronounced that right, Brent Naden, Tyrone Peachy, Tyrell Sloan, Chris Smith, Will Smith, Jermaine Tunua-Brown, Cody Walker, and Jack Whiten. The Indigenous All-Stars have named a very, very good team, but it's always the same thing every year with the Indigenous All-Stars. They don't have the forwards. They've got the backs, no problem. They've got the halves, no problem. They always seem to have a very light forward pack. They haven't got that real dominant prop like a Fisher Harris for the Maori All-Stars, like a Joseph Tarpany, a Nelson Asopwa Solomona, or a Jadaria Hargraves. They don't have that. The Indigenous All-Stars don't have that, which I think is a bit of a concern going into it. Their back line is outstanding. You've got Latrell, you've got Adokar, you've got Cobbo. I'm a little bit surprised that Jesse Raymond isn't playing. Jack Whiten's there as well. They've got Naden. Tyrell Sloan's got a point to prove. Ezra Mann, he might play a bit of football in the halves. Now, with the All-Star team and with the All-Star game, I believe it's unlimited interchange, so everyone will get a crack. Everyone will get on the field. I think the big-name players like the Cody Walkers, the Nico Hines, Latrell Mitchells, the Joseph Tarpanys, Joseph Manus, they'll probably play 65 minutes at least. They'll probably play 60 minutes. Unlimited interchange. You'll see players all over the place. I just hope that they take the All-Star game a bit seriously. I know a few players don't care for it too much, but it's once a year. You're representing your culture, Indigenous versus Maori. It's outstanding. This game needs to be taken seriously, in my opinion. Don't just use it as an exhibition match. Take the game seriously. It's a great game. It's great for the game. It's great for the rugby league calendar. We all look forward to the All-Star game. It's got a different feel to it this year with it being in New Zealand. It's a very different feel. The game's going to kick off at 3:45 in the afternoon on a Saturday, New South Wales time. So compared to what it will normally be, like a 7:50 or an 8 o'clock kickoff, it's very strange that it's going to be on at 3:45 in the afternoon. It's going to be weird, but we'll see how it goes. But look, I gave the Maori All-Stars team probably a 7.5 out of 10. I'll give the Indigenous All-Stars probably a 6 out of 10. I think they really do lack the forwards. I do have the team in front of me that I think that would be best suited for this game. So without further ado, I might as well do the best 1 to 17 for both sides now. It's going to be very interesting to see what they go with. So we'll start with the Maori All-Stars because they're the home side. So the Maori All-Stars best 17 for me. So the fullback, I've gone with Jordan Rapana. On the wings, Jesse Arthurs and Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. In the centres, Dylan Walker and Morgan Harper. 5'8", Joseph Manu. Halfback, Dejan Assi. I've gone the front row of Jared Hargraves and James Fisher Harris. The hooker is Zach Docker Clay. The second row of Britt Nakora and Corey Hararira-Naira. The lock is Joseph Tarpany. And on the bench, I've gone with Hayes Perham, Nelson Asopwa Solomona, Royce Hunt, and Jordan Ricky. I think that's the best 17 for the Maori All-Stars. I think Rapana should play fullback because of his experience in that position. I think Manu should go to 5'8", because the Maori All-Stars don't really have any halves anyway. So you can pair Manu up with Dejan Assi. I think that can work out quite well. Give Arthurs a chance on the wing, put Dylan Walker out in the centres, because the Maori All-Stars have got the force to cover Dylan Walker. Because at the Seagulls, he was playing as that jersey 14, coming on playing in the middle, playing a bit of lock and whatever. I think in this game he needs to be in the centres. I think a spine of Rapana, Manu, Assi, and Dr. Clay is probably best for this contest. But I understand where people are coming from when they say Hayes Perham should be in the starting side. I can see their argument for that as well. The forward pack picks itself. I think Nelson coming off the bench is probably a better rotation for the Maori All-Stars. Royce Hunt as well, great impact. Jordan Ricky, he'll probably come on and play in the back row or something, which might move Harry O'Neill to the middle at some point. So overall, I think that's the best 1 to 17 for the Maori All-Stars. Now let's go to the Indigenous All-Stars, possible best 1 to 17. So the fullback for the Indigenous All-Stars, he picks himself. It's Latrell Mitchell. On the wings, Selwyn Cobbo, and the Fox, Josh Adokar. In the centres, Brent Naden and Jack Whiten. In the halves, 5'8", Cody Walker. Halfback, the 2022 Dalian medalist, Nico Hines. The front row is Jermaine Tunua-Brown and the experienced Ryan James. The hooker position, I reckon it goes to Tyrone Peachy. The second row of Taira Fuima'ano and Chris Smith. The lock is Jermaine Hopgood. And on the bench, I've gone with Ezra Mann, Shaq Mitchell, Josh Kerr, and Will Smith. Now, I think it's a very exciting team, the Indigenous All-Stars. Plenty of points in them, plenty of attack. If the Indigenous All-Stars score 20 to 26 points, they probably win the game. If they score 22 to 26 points, the Indigenous All-Stars probably win the game. But in saying that they've got to try and overcome that massive Maori All-Star forward pack. Obviously, I'll be doing a preview for this game when the official team lists are out, and I'll do an in-depth preview on the positions and the players, and we'll go through it then. But for me, that's the best 1 to 17 for both sides. Now, having a look at what I've selected, I think it's clear to say the Indigenous backline is a lot better than the Maori backline. That's a fact. The Indigenous halves are a lot better than the Maori halves. That's a fact as well. Walker and Hines against Manu and Assi. The Indigenous halves win that every day of the week. We get to the forward pack. I think the Maori All-Stars win that by a landslide. I think Hargraves, Fisher-Harris, Nakora, Harry O'Neill, and Tarpany absolutely destroy Tunua-Brown, Ryan James, Fuima'ano, Chris Smith, and Hopgood. The Maori All-Stars roll them in that department. And the bench, I think the Maori All-Stars win the bench as well. I think Hayes Perham, Nelson Asafa Solomona, Royce Hunt, and Jordan Ricky absolutely outdo Ezra Mann, Shaq Mitchell, Josh Kerr, and Will Smith. So, see what I mean? It's a pretty even game. You got the Indigenous All-Stars have the better backline and the better halves. The Maori All-Stars have the better forward pack and the better bench. So it evens itself out a little bit. I think this is going to be a fantastic game, regardless of what the team lists look like. I think this is going to be a great game of footy. We're not far away from the All-Star game now. February 11, I think it's 2 weeks from this Saturday. So really looking forward to the All-Star game. I think we've got about 17 days until it starts. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm looking forward to the All-Star game. Should be a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, they're my thoughts, my reaction. I think both sides have done well. I would have liked to see the Maori All-Stars have, better halves. I think not having Jerome Hughes or Jerome Luai is a little bit surprising. Same with the original All-Stars. I'm surprised Jack Bird's not there. No David Fifita, no Wade Graham. A little bit surprised about all of that, actually. No Scotty Drinkwater, who's Aboriginal as well. A little bit surprised about all of that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up now. That's just my reaction. The All-Star squads are out. we'll see what the team list looks like when it comes out in the next couple of weeks anyway, or when it gets closer to. I think it's the week of the game is when the teams come out. So I'll be doing a All-Star preview when that does come out. Anyway, guys, I'm getting out of here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching. And anyway, to wrap up the stream, if you haven't seen the brand new intro, here it is. Have a good night. Hello, everyone. Here we go. Go the Cowboys!
Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League Culture Lounge. All the best this year, 2020.
Alright, oh, yeah. Fuck.